all the pain, everything's from judo.
Still.
I still want to fight.
Did UFC offer you a contract?
I just read the paper. That f***ed me up.
How good is Joe Rogan on the ground?
Bro, you can't argue. The technique that he does, it's all judo.
What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of the Jaxxon podcast. I'm sitting here with Rampage Jaxxon, the one and only, and we're sitting here with our special guest today, a pioneer in the game, an American Armenian MMA athlete, one of the first to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Manny Gamburyan.
Hey, thank you.
How you doing, brother?
Thank you. I'm good.
Good to have you on here. A lot of people actually asked about you in the Jaxxon podcast Discord when Arman started training here. They said you gotta have some of the OGs on the show,
right.
And your name kept coming up. And we had Carol on the show. Your name kept coming up. And I was like, dude, I got to reach out to this guy. We got to get you on here.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Have you guys ever had the opportunity to train?
Oh, train together?
Legends, yeah.
That was years ago.
Way back.
Yeah.
What do you remember when?
We fought on the same card many times.
Yeah.
But trained, I rolled with them once. That's about it.
Really? How was that?
What did you tap me out with a foot lock or something? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he tapped me out with an ankle lock or something.
Yeah.
That was years ago.
It was years ago.
And you were fighting at bantamweight at the time?
No. My career started at 170.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
170?
170. I start my first MMA fight when I fought actually was 180.
Wow.
That was obviously not legally in the United States. That was 1998. I'm assuming I was 17 years old, 16 years old in Tijuana.
What?
Me and Carl, we fought the same night. It was. Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was you trained by the same people he was trained?
Yeah. Me and Carl started training together in 1991. He started in, I think, July. I started in October.
Wow.
So my first MMA fight was in Tijuana because it was illegal here. It's not in my shirt legs. We fought 2 fights over there. It's not on shirt leg, obviously. I really don't care, but yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought because originally when I had Carol on, he was talking about you and your guys' training, and then he was talking about Rampage. So I had thought originally you guys were all training at the same gym out here.
No, because when me and Carl used to train at Gokor's, obviously highest academy, and then Carl split up with Gokor. He went to Legends.
Mm-hmm. And you went with him?
No, I stayed. But I was going back and forth, training with them. But Rampage was not, he was around, but he was too big for me, so there was no point for me to roll with him.
Yeah. Did you train with Gene LaBelle as well?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Of course. Yeah.
How was that?
Man, we lost him. Sad. Very amazing human being. Amazing.
One of the funniest guys ever.
Oh my God, yeah. He always took me to running because I was a cardio machine. Because he was like, can you do 5 miles? Can you do 7 miles? Can you do 8 miles? Can you do 10 miles? I'm like, hell yeah, I can. Let's go. Hell yeah, let's go.
Hey, was the training back then when you first started a lot different than what it got into later on? Because a lot of people talk about fans think that the training for fighting and mixed martial arts in the beginning was like just street fights, but they don't realize there was so many martial artists that were actually training technique. It just wasn't in the same gym. So did you ever see it evolve, or was it the same throughout your career?
Obviously, when I started training in 1991, I was 10 years old. Obviously, it was judo. Judo is my background. Until today, I always tell everyone, all of my friends, everyone, like, judo is the toughest sport I've ever done in my whole entire life. I sparred boxing, straight up boxing, a wild card, Muay Thai, everything else. But judo, 5 minutes with a high class opponent, it's the toughest I've ever done in my whole entire life. And I also competed at the Judo Junior Worlds in 2000, representing the United States.
Would you consider judo being tougher than wrestling?
Yeah,
wow.
I think so. It's tougher than wrestling.
Yeah, because you guys, when you're training it, you guys gotta allow your training partner to throw you sometimes, and you have to hit the mat. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course.
So you have to get thrown in judo.
Always, every single day. God knows all the pain, all the injuries, the shoulder, elbows, knees, everything's from judo. Nothing from MMA. The cuts probably here and there. Yeah, but nothing else. All the injuries from judo.
Wow. Because obviously to train judo, like you're saying, you just get tossed around all day.
all day, all day. Like me and Carl, we used to go back and forth with, he was tough, I was tough. We were going back and forth, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Like you sweat like there's no tomorrow. And all the fingers, like everything hurts now. The most thing that hurts is like my wrists and my joints, my fingers.
From training.
From all the grips. All the grips. Yeah.
I heard a story about this guy. He fell out of a window of a building or something, fell off a roof or something. It was like a couple stories up. But like most people probably would have been hurt really bad or injured really bad or died. But he fell and he did like a judo fall. And he didn't get.
Yeah, of course.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, 100%. Judo fall is very different. I mean, I can fall from anywhere I want. I won't get hurt. I know how to fall. I know how to fall. I mean, we get tossed every single day. God knows how many times. When I was getting ready for the Worlds, 2000, I swear that training camp that I had for like 3.5 months, I probably got thrown a couple of thousand.
Wow.
A couple of thousand throws.
Just
training, Rampage. Just going through the whole training. It's so hard. The gi gets wet, you get tired, and when they say mate, the time stops. It doesn't go. And then when they say hajime, and time starts back on again.
See, I was thinking that wrestling was the hardest, but listening to him, I can't argue with him because I've only trained judo like one time when I had to fight this one Japanese judo guy. Can't remember his name. I fought him in Bellator. And that's the only time I really trained judo. And I was like, but I wasn't letting people throw me.
Have you ever worn a gi?
Not for judo, no way. I've worn it for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. I broke up with jiu-jitsu in 1997, I think, 1996.
Why?
After the Joe Moreiras.
Oh, well, why?
I got kicked in my head when Higa Machado saved me. I got jumped by 200 Brazilians, maybe
200
on the mat. Yeah, they were all over the mat because I had this Armenian choke. We used to call it Armenian choke. I choked out almost 4 of them, and then I was in the semis with I'm assuming it was Hickson's son, the one who passed away, motorcycle. And I got him in the same position. I'm choking him. He's biting my. It's all over. It was on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube still. The guy was biting my leg. So I'm choking him. He was biting my leg. And then I got pissed off and I just kicked him. And I kicked him. And then from there, everyone jumped me. They're like, open it. Let me see. Let me see where is he biting. I'm like, let's go to I'm not going to open up in front of you guys, get naked. I'm going to take me in the back. I'll open it. Gene LaBelle. He goes, open it right now. I'm like, Sensei Gene, I'm not going to open it now. When they took me to the locker room, I put my pants down. They see the bite marks. Wow. Like, oh, okay. And then the winner of us was supposed to go against BJ for the finals. BJ Penn.
So, what, did you get disqualified?
I got disqualified. Yeah, I got disqualified. I'm like, you know what? From now on, no more jiu-jitsu tournaments. Joe Moreiras. I think it was 97 or 96.
Where, in Huntington Beach?
Yep, Irvine.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember he used to do those.
Yep, Irvine.
And BJ Penn, did he end up winning it?
Yeah, he won. Yeah. He won.
Well, he went against the guy that bit you?
Yeah.
What was his name? I remember.
You don't remember? Hickson?
Yeah, I remember he passed away a couple years ago.
Motorcycle.
Like 20 years ago or something.
I think he was, he was great. Yeah. But again, I mean, he was biting me.
Because you was probably choking.
It was a weird choke. And I finished, before versus him, I finished 4 of them.
No, yeah.
Like that.
They never seen it before, huh?
No, it was weird.
Is it a judo choke?
It is a judo choke. It is a judo choke.
Do you think it's important?
Roxon. It was Roxon, I think.
Roxon, great. Yes.
Yeah. Roxon.
Yep.
Roxon.
There you go.
All right.
Roxon.
So, but you kept training jiu-jitsu. You just didn't never do it.
Yeah. I love jiu-jitsu. Just bread and butter. I mean, working out, I was always trying to improve my hands, obviously. That was my weakest part. Just coming off of being a judo and jiu-jitsu guy, I always liked to stand up, and I was just watching this guy, Chuck Liddell, him, and I loved it. That whole concept, like knocking someone out. I was like, I want that feeling one day. My first one was against Jorge Santiago, 170, King of the Cage.
King of the Cage.
I think King of the Cage. Yeah. I knocked him out in 21 seconds. That was a 170. And then after all that, I got Carl fought Sean Shirk. He beat Carl once, and then they rematched. Carl was sick. He was very sick, bro. He was very sick. I'm like, don't fight, please. Don't fight. He goes, no, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight. So when he beat Carl the second time, I'm like, I was the lightweight champion at Judo Combat in St. Louis when I beat Sam Morgan.
Yeah.
I beat Sam Morgan. Then I'm like, you know what? No one's going to beat my cousin 2 times. So I vacated the belt. I'm like, I'm moving up to fight Sean Shirk at 175. So I moved up, and then we end up fighting Sean Shirk 18 minutes, 35 minutes, and then 3 minutes overtime. So he just won the fight. Split. I think it was a split decision. Or I don't remember. He was tough though.
He's a good wrestler.
I mean, he was on steroids, like heavy steroids.
Heavy steroids.
You have to think this. I've never touched steroids in my life until today. I've never touched steroids in my whole entire life. Everyone like, stop it, man. Like, I never touched it. You can test me until today. Remember when Arman, he got hurt versus Islam.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I find out, and obviously it's in Armenian town, bro. It's in LA. And I know how many people bought the tickets. Homeboy got hurt. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. He got hurt. Fight can happen. Bro, I jumped on Dana's page. Dana, Sean Shelby, Hunter, Ronda Rousey. I got everyone. I'm like, it's 4 days. I can do it. I know I'm retired 7-8 years now, but it doesn't matter. I'm coming back. I signed a paper. If God forbid, if anything happens to me, it's my fault, not your fault. Put me in the cage, please. Put me in the cage. I'm fighting Dariush. I'm like, make it happen, because Dariush was left over because Moicano fought Islam.
Moicano moved up to fight.
So Dariush, I'm like, I'll fight Dariush in whatever it is. I mean, I'm gonna save this card. I'm not saving the card, but I'm saving the Armenians just being on the card, because everyone was gonna come watch Arman. So it was tough for everyone. He got hurt.
Yeah, I mean the place was sold out. There was going to be Armenian flags everywhere. They were going to throw him a victory parade.
Thousands.
That was your guy.
Yeah,
man, he's got a big fight this weekend against Dan Hooker. I think he's going to kill him.
Yeah,
but Dan Hooker's so tough, so it'll be a hard fight for him.
Yeah, Dan Hooker's no joke. People count him out, but Dan Hooker's no joke. I mean, he's a crafty guy.
You watch a lot of fighting still?
Yeah, obviously all the time. I love fighting.
Still,
I still want to fight. I have to fight one more before I call it a career. Because when I actually retired 9 years ago, 2 days ago, November 19th in Sao Paulo. Not that I retired because I can't. The last 10 fights when I fought, I'm hurt. I'm always hurt. I'm either overtrained or I'm hurt. Like my knees, my back, my elbows, my thumb. It's just, I'm never healthy to fight. I was never, my last 10 fights, I was never, forget 100%. You're never 100%. If anyone says I'm 100%, that means you never train in your life. You can never be 100%.
Yeah.
80% is good enough.
Yeah.
To be, it's just, it was so tough for me. I was always hurt and fighting. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't lose to these guys. I mean, I want to be the best. I fought for the belt. I fought Aldo for the belt. And winner of us was going to get the UFC belt. I'm like, this is big and I can't beat these guys. I don't want to be here. But now, after all that, recovered, not wrestling and doing much anymore. I'm more doing, cold punch, sauna, steam room, running, lifting. So I'm more healthier now. I'm more healthier. I want to do a retirement fight.
Yeah, a lot of more technology to help heal you up. And you took a nice break from fighting. You healed up your body, but you should probably like get like some warm-up fights just in your gym. Cause you've been gone for so long.
Yeah.
You should get one of your buddies or hire somebody. Just say, you just train for like a couple weeks, like 6 weeks camp. Like I'm finna fight this guy, and just do it in your gym with nobody to just hit his buddies and your buddies before you get back in there. Trust me. Do like a warm up fight because it's been so long. Right, it's different from sparring.
How many years have you been retired?
It's been since 2020. So what?
6 years.
6 years.
5 years.
5, 6 years. So 5 years. So you just get somebody in your gym and just say, look, I'm gonna pay you this.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Was one of the biggest turning points the Ultimate Fighter for you in your career?
I would say so, yeah. I never wanted to be in it, to be honest. I was scheduled to fight December, I think it was 28th, when Tito and Chuck was fighting in the Mandalay Bay. I was supposed to fight on that same night. And Joe Silva said, man, it's a big opportunity and it's going to be only 155ers. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to make 155? I can't make 155. He goes, hire a nutritionist, this and that. And just, it's going to be one weight class. BJ Penn and Jens Palver are going to be the coaches. I think he should do it. If you don't want to do it, you're still going to fight the end of the year, December. I'm like, let me think about it. So I talked with my parents. My dad said, just do it. It's because it was already 4 done.
Yeah.
Mine was UFC top 5. I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it. And then I went to meet up Peligian. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's half Armenian. I walked in. He goes, "Huh, you're a small guy, don't you think? For this 55ers?" I said, listen to me. Always remember, big things come in small packages. If I go, I'm winning the show. Mark my words. If I end up, you guys pick me, if I go, I'm winning the whole show. He goes, huh, okay. I said, have a wonderful day. And I just left. And I walked out. I'm like, fuck, I think I fucked it up. Oh, can I curse, by the way? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
That's fucking he got fucking confidence.
Yeah.
I said, I swear to God, you can even ask when you see him. I said, if you guys pick me to go to Tough, I'm winning.
Who are you talking to?
Peligian.
Oh, Peligian. Yeah.
And then they looked at each other, and I said, have a wonderful day. And as soon as I fucking walked out, I'm like, I think I fucked it up.
They probably loved you.
And then 2-3 days later, they call me for my medicals. They flew me to Vegas. I'm like, hell, I'll do it. So I did the medicals, and I came back. I said, all right, I'm going to wait. I wait 2-3 weeks. Nobody called me. Forget it. They're probably over it. And then the 3rd week, I got a call like, Manny, you're going to be arriving in Vegas January 20th at Red Rock. No, hold on. Palace Station. And then after that, next day, 21st, you're going to go into the Ultimate Fighter house. You got picked. I'll go, hell yeah. So I got picked, everything up, and I just went. I signed in, and I walked in, and I'm seeing all these faces. I'm like, what the fuck? Man, they're all good guys. They're all tough guys. I'm like, all right, let's do it. I'm here to win. And then I got picked to fight, the second fight, and me and Emerson ended up fighting in the house.
Yeah, Robert Emerson.
Yeah,
I remember.
He wrote on the wall. I'm like, don't do this to me, bro. I'm here to win only. I'm beating all you guys. Don't pick me. If you pick me, you're in trouble. So after my first fight, I beat Noah Thomas. And then the second fight, I called out Matt Wyman because I felt like he was one of the toughest.
What was the energy with Robert Emerson in the house?
Oh, it was good. Rob is a good guy.
Yeah.
He's very tough. He actually beat me.
Yeah.
When we fought.
Yeah.
He KO'd me.
No, and Ultimate Fighter?
No, outside.
I know. When they fought in UFC.
Yep.
But
UFC 87, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was.
But in the house, what was the energy? We'll talk about the fight. But
Man, the house was. You don't want to be there, bro. Whatever you fucking see, everything is for real, bro. Then when they say, no, I think Dana comes and tell you guys, he doesn't tell you guys shit.
Yeah, that's the most unscripted
Really?
it's the most real reality show.
Everything is
all the
real.
fighting in the house was real?
Everything
Wow.
is real.
So what was the energy with Nate Diaz and everybody in the house? What was it like? You guys were all scrapping?
Me and Nate, we're cool until today. We're cool. And I saw everyone's face. I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's gonna be a good one. I said it's gonna be a good one. But one day, 2 day, 3rd day, I'm like, I don't want to. They start talking shit. This, I'm like, I don't want to be here, bro. 16 dudes, no girls, no TV, no phones. I don't want to be here, bro. You know who saved my life?
Oh.
Corey Hill,
Oh, wow.
the tall black guy.
I went to college with him.
Man, I miss that guy, bro.
Man,
I
me
can't
too.
believe he passed away, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He came up to me. He's 6'4", 155. I roll with him. He goes, you're going to win the whole show. Just right off the bat, he goes, you're going to win the whole show. And Dana never knew me. So he always put me down. He's too little for these guys. When I beat Noah Thomas, and then that's why I thought, like, you know what? I'm gonna call out Matt Wyman because he's tough. And then when I beat Matt Wyman, who's left? It was me from Pulver's team and Diaz, and then Gray Maynard and Joe Lazan. And when they call me to fight, I'm like, I don't care who I fight. I'm gonna win. You put me against Nate, I'm gonna win. You put me against Gray, I'm gonna win. You put me against Joe Lazan, I'm gonna win. And then when you've never been an Ultimate Fighter show because you were the coach, right?
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
They call you for the semis and they say, who you want to fight?
They just ask you.
I said, it doesn't matter. I just went out. So apparently Joe Lazan called me. I said, I'll fight Nate. I fought Manny. So BJ Penn idea was me and Nate, Gray Maynard and Joe Lazan. So it can be one blue, one yellow. And Pulver got pissed off. He goes, I'm confident on my team. Manny and Nate will make it to the finals. He goes, don't do this to me. Let them fight. Blue versus yellow, blue versus yellow. Manny versus whoever, Gray or Lazan and Nate or whoever. And then BJ, he's always high. He goes, fuck that. Let's make it blue, blue, and yellow, yellow, so we can have exciting tough finale. And then all of a sudden they decided that I'm gonna fight Joe Lazan in the semis and Nate's gonna fight Gray. So I end up beating Joe, and then I end up fighting with Diaz on the finale.
Was fighting Diaz in the finale? Did you feel like that was like probably one of the biggest fights so far in your career
Obviously,
at that point? Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, of course.
It was
Yeah.
like that was it for you, huh? Like
No,
you felt like it was gonna be big.
Yeah, and I knew it was gonna be weak, and I know I trained with Nate, and I know what is gonna bring to the table. So
He's so tough.
yeah, very,
Hey,
very.
tell me about Corey Hill, because I went to college with him, right? And we kind of like
What college?
we wrestled in college together, and we kind of lost touch, right? And then we still had like each other's like phone number, or MySpace back then, whatever. But when I saw him come to MMA, I was like, "What's up, man? Why you ain't hit me up?" You know, he came over to MMA, and he never hit me up. He was out there with Pat Miletich. And,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what's up? Why you didn't hit me up? How was he doing on Ultimate Fighter?
Amazing, bro. He was just green. That's it.
Great wrestler.
Oh my god, yeah. No, you can't take him down. He's 6'4", lanky, skinny legs. But you can't take him down.
You know what? I think we had like a little problem. I think in college, like he kind of like stole my girlfriend. I guess he thought that I cared. Like, I didn't fucking care. Like me and him, we kept being friends, and I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that bitch. She was the only girl. She was the only straight girl in the dorm, and she had a car. And so that's why I was down. Like, bro, I was just trying to get her for a car. He was like, man, and man, cool, but then I don't know. I don't know what happened with me and Corey. And then he passed away.
He
Like,
was tough, bro. He was really tough.
tough guy. He was a funny guy, huh?
Oh my god, yeah, great guy. And when I got really mad, he pulled me on the side. He goes, "You're not going anywhere. Get your shit together. You're gonna win the whole thing. You have to stay, and you have to fight tomorrow. So don't waste all your energy." I'm like, all right.
You know, I don't know if you ever noticed, but my camouflage pants that I walked out to the ring, my whole career came from Corey Hill.
No way.
Yeah, in college I traded him an Eddie Bauer shirt for those pants.
No way.
And I wore those pants.
Oh yeah, because you used to wear pants walking down the aisle at Pride.
Yeah,
I remember that.
those cargo pants. They was like really good, real like army grade camouflage. They were like chemical, they had like the thing on the inside, and it was a mistake how I got them, because one day I was just wearing them in King of the Cage, and I forgot my shorts. And vice president at the time, that's now the president of
Bellator.
Risen, Sakakibara. He came up, he saw me, he said, "Yeah, and I want you to wear this." I was like, "What?" I just forgot my shit. He said, "Yeah, I like it." And that came from Corey Hill. So, you know, I miss him. I looked up to him. I wished him well in his career, and I just stepped back. I said, I must be a reason why he didn't hit me up when he came to. Same thing with Lewis Taylor. Do you know who that is? He went to PFL. He became the 205 PFL champion. They was actually roommates in college.
I didn't know.
No, you didn't know him. You didn't watch PFL. Huh? Most of UFC.
Yeah, mostly UFC.
Coming out of that UFC though, after you lost to Nate Diaz, it was 2007. You got right back in there. That was in June. You got right back in there in December. Did UFC offer you a contract back then, or how was it? How did it operate?
Yeah. Of course. When that accident happened against Diaz, they took me to the hospital and I had to get the surgery on June 30th. I fought Nate 23rd of June, and they had me to go to surgery on June 30th. I walked into the office of doctors. I still remember that day. He goes, okay, so see you June 30th, so we can get that. I just ripped the paper. I'm like, I'm not getting surgery. I'm fighting end of the year. This is June. They got an event December 29th in Mandalay Bay. I'm fighting that event. I called Dana. I'm like, I'm not getting a surgery. He goes, Manny, you're not going anywhere. You're going to get the surgery. I'm like, I'm not getting a surgery. You're going to give me a fight end of the year. I'm going to rehab my hand. He just hung up on me. He hung up on me. And Dr. Sanders, I'm sure you know him.
Yeah.
Dr. Sanders, he goes, he's just looking at me like this. I'm like, I'm not getting a surgery. I'm not doing surgery. He goes, Manny, it's your rotator cuff is off 4 inches. We have to. I'm like, no, we're not. I'm going to rehab it. I went home for 2 months. I just rehab, everything I can do. And I texted Joe Silva, give me a fight end of the year. So I got the fight. Wow. Long story short, I got the fight. I fought. Who did I fight? I leg locked him. I broke his leg.
Nate Moore,
yeah, leg locked him.
And you rehabbed yourself, and you won, and you came back and
I won the fight with leg lock. I broke his leg.
And your rotator cuff was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Wow.
And did at that time back then when you were dealing with the UFC, did they have to put you on contracts or were they giving you per fight deals? Do you remember?
No, I signed 4 at a time, 3-4 fights at a time, and then my last one I signed it 8-fight contract.
Oh wow!
Before entering to the, I still remember that when I knocked out Mike Brown, I was getting a title shot versus Aldo.
Oh yeah, that was in the WEC.
Yeah, 2010. So UFC contacted me and said, we're going to extend your contract because it was my last fight. When I was supposed to fight Aldo, it was my last fight. So they offered me 8-fight deal.
Oh, wow.
So I took it, and then they had the meeting. They said, winner of you and Aldo are getting the UFC belt. No more WEC. It's going to be closed down.
But at that time, were you signed to the WEC or the UFC?
It was UFC.
UFC, but
with the 8.
Yes, UFC.
But you did it in the middle of your career. You went UFC 4 or 5 fights, then WEC, then back to UFC. How did it go to the WEC?
Because of the lightweights. UFC didn't have a 45. The UFC had 55. That's the lowest. And then they were fighting me like, Manny, what are you doing? You can't. This is too big for you. Try to go 45. I'm like, how the hell am I going to make 45 now? I was barely making 55. Remember this, I'm short, but I'm stocky. I walk around like 175, 177. I used to cut from 177 to 135, 42 pounds each training camp. At 175, I have a 6-pack. I was in great shape. From there to 40 pounds, it was hell. But again, Mike Dolce helped me a lot. Mike Dolce, after the Nick Lenz fight, he came inside to the octagon and goes, we're making 135. Forget 145. I respect you too much. You got to go 135. I'm like, I can't do 35. He goes, yes, you can. I'm like, I walk on 175. He goes, doesn't matter. Let's make it happen. So I did 35.
Did that affect your like training and
everything?
Fighting?
Yeah. That's the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Yeah. 45, I never got bullied. 55, I never got bullied. 170, I never got bullied. I swear to God. I fought all those heavyweights. I never got bullied. My strength was enough. My height was short. So, but they never hurt me. Even like nothing. If I said at 45 and had good training partners, right nutritionists, no one's beating me at 45. I'm sorry. I should have been a 2-weight world champion. 35 and 45. Until today, I see the 35. Don't get me wrong. Mirab is special. Mirab is special, bro. That guy is something special. But he doesn't have the techniques. He only has the wrestling. And the stand-up is getting better. I got the wrestling. I have the submissions, and I have heavy hands. Every person I fought, even Jose Aldo, was kind of scared of my power because right before his fight, I knocked out Mike Brown.
Yeah. Well, you were undefeated in the WEC until you met Jose Aldo.
Yeah. And then, to be honest, that Mike Brown fight fucked me up. It was the biggest fight of my career. April 24th, Armenian genocide. Huge day, big day. I got confident on my hands. I can strike now. And I improved dramatically. And I knocked out a former champion.
Yep.
Going into the Aldo fight, that fucked me up.
Why?
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna knock this fool out. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm like, I know I can wrestle. I know I can grapple, but I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna be the first guy to knock him out. So what happened? First round, I won the first round. I clipped him, left hook, right. I won the first round. And when I sat down, I'm like, I got this. I'm gonna finish this fool. And then everyone thinks it was the uppercut. No, it wasn't. He tied me with my left hook. He tied me with the right hand, right in my jaw. Oh man, that pain until today I feel it.
Really?
He clipped me hard, and then he finished it. He clipped me hard. The right hand, straight right hand. He clipped me hard.
Did you think about setting up your striking with taking him down a little bit and just making him wary about that?
My game plan was get him tired to the deep waters and just finish this guy. I have cardio for days. I'm not gonna get tired.
Yeah, because you were known to have cardio. I talked to Robert Emerson about you. He said your cardio was insane.
Yeah.
Everybody talked about your cardio.
Yeah. I used to run a lot. I'm always overtrained, brother. I'm always overtrained. Let me tell you this. I never believed in overtraining, but I was always over. You can even ask Rhonda. She'll tell you. She used to stop it, Manny. Quit. Stop. It's enough. It's enough. I used to do 10 rounds of jiu-jitsu, 5 rounds MMA sparring, and then probably like 3-4 miles on a treadmill.
It's crazy.
Every day.
Every single day.
Crazy.
God. And Ronda Rousey was training with you a lot during that time?
Yeah.
She was always in the gym?
She's always been a hard worker, bro.
Yeah.
She was one of the hardest workers until today I know.
Really?
Yeah. She's a hard worker.
Did you see her recently on the podcast say that she was talking about Joe Rogan and talking about fights and talking about the current MMA? You saw all that?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, listen, I love Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I respect Joe Rogan a lot.
Yeah.
I think
He's a legend.
He's a one of a kind. But again, I don't want to say anything that she said negative. It's just that's her opinion. Everyone has their own opinions. It was kind of off.
Yeah.
100%. What do you say to Bear? He thinks he's going to be a better podcaster than Joe Rogan.
No, I never said that.
He
I said Joe
he says it all the time.
No, I said Joe Rogan's
Brother, he says
the
all the
idol.
time.
Joe Rogan's he's like the North Star. That's who you got to be like if you want to be in podcast.
Joe Rogan he's the man. He's the real
He's
deal,
the
bro.
Did you have a good relationship with him?
I really do. Until today, I do.
He loves fighters more than anybody. Because you have to imagine, he's the most listened to man on the planet and the most
He's so
talked
humble,
about
bro.
sport.
Yeah,
He's
is
so
MMA.
humble.
He's
He's a great grappler, bro.
Yeah.
He's
you
tough as
rolled
nails.
with him?
Yeah, I did. Eddie Bravos. Hell yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah. I
You
used to go
rode
to
Eddie.
Eddie's.
Yeah, you rode Eddie too.
I
Train
love
him. Yeah.
How good is Joe Rogan on the ground?
He's tough.
He's like what, purple belt or what?
I say brown.
Brown.
I say brown belt. Yeah. Eddie's just something special too.
Yeah.
How was it training with Eddie Bravo?
Great. Me and him actually have a YouTube video. We rolled together. It's me, Kenny Florian, and Eddie.
Oh, wow.
We did like 15 minutes with Eddie. We go back and forth. It was crazy.
Do you miss the training, the cams? Do you miss anything about fighting?
I just miss the cage. I smell my gloves sometimes. Like, fuck, I want this feeling. I hate going to the fights. I don't like going to the fights. When I see that cage, I'm like, I just want to be there. Why am I getting older, bro? Why am I getting older? Why?
Father Time, bro. He's undefeated.
It's just that the cage
But
is...
you did so much. You did so much in your career. You're so accomplished. You're one of the pioneers. I mean, one of the first American Armenian fighters you put on for your whole country, your flag. Like, you don't get any peace in that? Because I'm not a fighter, so it's hard for me to relate. You know?
I do, but I still believe that as a fighter, he knows better too. He's been a champion. I've never been a champion. He became a champion. It's so unique to be a champion. Not everyone can be a champion. There's something you have to have unique. Either fight for the belt. Listen, to fight for the UFC belt or any organization belt, I say UFC because I feel like UFC is the only one. It's the greatest.
You don't count your RSF belt, your Shoto belt?
No. UFC was my only belt that I wanted to carry. Just like how I got pissed at Giga Musasi.
Why you mad at him?
He was one fight away to fight for the belt, and he just left the Bellator for the money. I said, bro, get that belt and then go to Bellator.
Could he have gotten the belt? You think so?
I mean, he was in the bracket with Yoel Romero. He was in a bracket with what's his name from AKA Luke Rockhold. He was in a tough bracket, but again, it doesn't matter. I feel like he can beat all those guys.
Yeah, the weight class was stacked.
85 was crazy.
Stacked.
Bro. He fought 205 and 85.
Yeah,
he beat Mark Hunt, bro.
Yeah,
he beat Mark.
Yeah,
In UFC?
Pride? No. Pride?
Oh, okay. Mark Hunt was couldn't have been in the UFC because Mark Hunt.
No, it's not in the UFC. Mark Hunt is a heavyweight.
Yeah, Pride.
Yeah.
Wow, he was that good, huh?
He was very good, bro. He's very good, amazing.
Yeah, you got a good point. Yeah, why
Dream?
leave?
Sorry,
Dream.
Yeah,
yep.
I remember Dream. Yeah, why leave right before you got the chance? To
I know. He was one fight away. I'm like, get that belt.
Gegard's so special though. No one talks about him. How technical.
My God.
Gegard Mousasi is one of the most technical fighters, and he gets kind of pushed to the side too. Even with all the deals right now, with they don't give him fights. Remember, he was on our podcast. You were high on the Ric Flair Blue Chews that day, remember? And it was a crazy podcast day.
We had 2 podcasts that day.
We had Ric Flair and Gegard Mousasi, and you were like hammered, and you were taking the gummies, and you were like out of it.
Man, that was a bad day
but
for me,
Gegard's
bro.
manager was in here. But if you look at Gegard's professional career, the amount of fights this guy has and how dominant he is, he's one of the most technical fighters ever to fight.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
And he just always gets pushed to the side. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The Mark Hunt fight in Dream is insane because he beat him by Kimura.
Yep, he did.
Remember, yeah.
Yep, he did.
It's a great fight.
Let me give you I swear to God, we were first time when I met him, I started rolling. He was still green on the grappling side.
Gegard?
Yeah. I guillotined him. He tapped. He got so pissed. Bro. And then he told me to come the next day also to roll with me. So we rolled again. I didn't tap him out. With guillotine, he got so excited. He goes, hell yeah. Yeah, he goes, I'm going to get you back. But he's I mean, MMA, I'm not going to fight him MMA, but I can, when I was grappling, I was on my pick. So I was doing really good.
How do you think your grappling got so good? Was it from the judo background, or is it from Eddie Bravo? Was it from your sparring partners? How do you think you became so good on the ground?
Course, bro. Go course. We just, Gene LaBelle and Go course. And me and Carl, used to roll every single day, hours. There's no time limits when me and Carl used to roll.
Really?
There's no time limit.
What's the relationship with you two guys? Best friends?
Yeah, of course.
I got a question.
He's my cousin.
Yeah.
I got a question. If there was a event for older fighters that still love it,
Count me in. Count me in. Without a doubt. Don't even.
He's rolling up his sleeves.
I'll fight. I
wanted Darush. You wanted Benil.
I mean, I fought him. I was gonna fight him.
Yeah.
If I swear to God, if my medicals was okay in 5 days, like they're not gonna have a problem, bro, I was gonna fight 100%.
What did the UFC say when you talked to him?
They thought I was crazy. They thought I'm not normal. I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna save the card, but I'm saving my Armenians. Whoever's gonna come watch Arman, if I announce that I'm coming back for fighting for UFC 300, are you kidding me, bro? It's gonna be Armenians all over everywhere in downtown.
yeah,
Riots.
Yeah,
They should have.
They should have listened to him, but they feel like
I would have Rampage. I would have signed a paper. If God forbid anything happens to me, it's my fault, not the UFC's fault. It's my fault.
yeah, they were
Just
probably
let me fight.
They probably feel like they was protecting you.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah. And they thought I was crazy. And Ronald, I was like, please, man. I'm like, every one of my friends, they call. My phone was blowing up, bro. Like, my wife goes, are you serious? I'm stretching, bro, for like an hour. I was getting prepared to go run like in the 5 miles, come back, just shuttle box and get ready. I'm like, I'll probably even make it a catch weight, 165, even easy for him. Let's make it happen.
And you hadn't been training at all?
Nope. 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 I haven't grappled. I haven't nothing.
Like how long?
3 months.
Oh.
I run. I lift. I do sauna sessions. I do all that.
You still hit the bag? You still go?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you're still actively training.
Yes.
Yeah.
but
Well, probably now. Now you are. Are you back in the gym and stuff now?
I'm not back in the gym yet. I'm still healing.
You're working on your own gym though, huh? You got something in the works?
Yeah. The ANVIL Academy hopefully coming soon, beginning of next year.
Where at?
Not a specific location I don't have yet, but most likely it's gonna be Burbank or North Hollywood.
Oh, you're gonna crush it. That's your whole. That's
my
half the
Armenians,
Armenian population in the U.S. lives right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy, and they all got love for you. They all got love. You were like the pioneer of opening up the floodgates for the Armenian fighters and the culture.
Yeah.
Do you feel Arman carrying the torch strong?
He is now, yeah. Of course. I mean,
monster.
I hope he gets the belt. I mean, I get asked all the time, like, how was he gonna do with Islam, this and that? He got lucky that he didn't fight. I'm like, bro, if anyone can beat Islam at 55, it's Arman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not a secret. Who's gonna beat Islam at now Topuria though? Man, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's got great hands.
Yeah, he got great hands.
Man, people don't know his wrestling background.
He can wrestle good, huh?
He can wrestle good, and his jiu-jitsu game is top shelf.
Better than Arman, you think? His wrestling?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And when I rolled with Arman, I was out of shape. He demolished me.
When did you roll with Arman?
A couple months ago, or
Wow.
maybe a year ago. Yeah,
He was training up there?
at GFC.
Yep.
So I roll with him. He's a monster.
You rode with Topuria?
I never rolled with Topuria, but as seeing him, the movements, the techniques, the wrestling that he does in training, I can tell, bro.
Topuria look like he's kind of like a Greco-Roman wrestler or something.
No, he's freestyle.
Oh, he's freestyle. Okay.
He's freestyle Rampage, and he's got unique hands. Swear to God, he kind of reminds me of you.
His hands are way better than mine.
He kind of reminds me of your left hooks and all the right hooks and all the style that you guys have.
Yeah.
He reminds me of him.
He has crazy head movement.
Yeah, but he puts it together like I watch him. He puts his striking together so beautifully. His striking is way better.
Yeah,
than
you had
mine.
the same thing though, where you're cover and roll and your timing.
No, Topuria, he just I'm seeing him. He sets it up, and he sees things fast. Like when he knocked out who was the last guy he knocked out?
Charles Oliveira.
When as soon as Oliveira come forward, he was like, all right.
just-
He was like,
I see that when that jab was coming heavy, I'm like, he's gonna go with the right hand.
What do you think? You think his timing is also what makes
his
him so
time,
good?
his
yeah.
time.
A lot of people
Yeah.
like they talk about boxing, they don't talk about timing, how important that is.
Yeah, his
Very
time.
important.
His time and just the way he puts together his combos. I'm a big fan of his striking.
Do you want to see him and Arman?
Yeah.
I
The
would
whole world
love
wants
to
to see Arman and Ilya.
Who do you
That's the
got?
fight.
Be honest.
No,
be honest.
That's the fight.
Who do you got?
I'm gonna be honest.
Be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to see him and Arman because Arman was one of us and stuff now because I feel like Topuria hands might be a problem. But everybody say that there's no problem for Arman. His Topuria's like striking and his wrestling and
He's confident.
Yeah.
He's confident. He's
very
been working hard. He's a hard worker. I seen him the way he works. He's tough.
I don't think anybody could touch Arman. And I'm not saying that because I glaze him because he's my friend. I think Arman, his cardio, I think his cardio is incredible. I think his
he's a
wrestling's
machine.
incredible. But I think Arman is a true mixed martial artist. People don't get to see this from him. He has so much power and technique from his kicking to his wrestling to his striking, but he's able to put them together so seamlessly.
Man, how you feel? How do you feel about that fight?
Against Topuria, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one. It's a very tough one.
For sure.
Can Arman beat him? 100% he can. Yeah, he can beat him.
Yes, for sure.
How? Mix up the striking with the wrestling. But if Arman ends up fighting with Islam, he needs to work on his judo.
Arman
needs to work on his judo.
really? Why?
I guarantee you guys never realized that every time Islam took Arman down, it was judo.
That's not
Islam
Sambo?
can't take down Arman in wrestling. I guarantee you guys. Islam is a great wrestler, great judoka, Trust me, he knows judo. When I watch his clips, he can do judo very well.
But that's not his sambo background.
No, that's his judo background.
What is the biggest difference that you could see between Islam when he uses his sambo versus judo?
The technique, the movement that he does.
What is it? Can you show us real quick?
Yeah. Like that. Even the Ippon Seoinage that he did in what's his name? His man.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes, so this is perfect.
Yeah. Like the movement, okay, the technique. Like in judo, there's a gi, obviously, right?
Yeah.
That's a gi right there.
Yeah.
That's a hold right there. When you hold here, the technique that he does, it's all judo. It's not sambo. So the trips that he does, it's all judo. The movements. When he take Arman down in his fight, it was judo. He's not gonna take Arman down in wrestling.
He's not gonna double leg or single leg.
No, he's not.
But he's gonna reach under, do a
they're gonna clinch, and he's gonna do judo on Arman.
That's a crazy take that I've never heard on the internet, and I'm not saying that to make you to glaze. I've never heard that take.
Yeah. Do you think Arman would train judo?
He has to. If he fights Islam, eventually he has to.
Who's he gonna train with? You and Caro?
I mean, it's his choice. I mean, he's got a lot of bodies in Russia that they can help him in judo. I mean,
he did his camp here. He was training every day here. I never saw him train.
Is judo a popular sport in Armenian culture?
It is now. It is now, but it's before it was the second favorite sport in the world after soccer.
What's the most popular sport in Armenian culture? You would say
probably wrestling.
Wrestling.
Probably wrestling. Yeah, probably wrestling.
Did you wrestle in high school or anything?
Never. I never wrestled. I always trained wrestling at SK Golden Boys, but I never wrestled tournaments. Judo was my thing. I won 10 times judo nationals, the worlds, obviously, Pan Ams. Yeah, it was. I miss judo, but most I miss is the octagon.
Yeah.
Did you get a lot of sparring sessions in with Rhonda?
Yeah, of course.
How was she in the gym when you guys would spar?
Amazing.
Really?
She's a special athlete, bro. Rhonda is special. Don't forget, he's a world champion and she's Olympian. That's special. If you're competing judo Olympics and worlds, you have to be someone special. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says.
The strength, the cardio, the mentality.
Misha Tate got mad at me for saying Rhonda's jiu-jitsu is different. She goes, how do you know that? You never rolled with me. You're never going to stop Rhonda's armbar. If you sleep in her guard, she's going to armbar you. She gets armbar from anywhere. Like anywhere. I used to do private lessons with Rhonda when she got hurt in judo, her knee, for 1 year. I did 3 times a week with Rhonda. Jiu-jitsu. We rolled together for 3 times a week, hours. After she got better, I used to help for her judo. And then when she got better, I said, you know what? You have to go to Jimmy Pedro's or in New York, train with Jason Morris. So when he trained with Jimmy, and then she became she was already an animal. She became like crazy girl.
Yeah, I look at all the hype around her and all the hype she had. It's like she's probably one of the most talented female fighters of all time, without a doubt.
You think she's
very hard worker.
You think she's coming back to MMA?
Yeah.
Wow. White House card? Maybe.
If you could fight on the White House card, who would you choose to be your opponent?
Faber.
Uriah Faber?
Wow, that's a crazy call.
That's always been my.
He's coming back next week.
That's always been my favorite fight. I dropped to 45 to fight him. I dropped to 135 to fight him. We just never cross.
He's coming back next week. I heard he's fighting on his own card.
He's fighting
North. Yeah,
he's fighting Cisco Rivera.
Yeah, he's coming back.
It's by side MMA. I heard it's a grappling match.
I don't know what it is, but I know he's fighting, and it's on his own.
We're both old. Our time passed, but if opportunity comes along with it, everything else.
Still got love for the sport. Yeah, still got love for.
You say this all the time.
I know. That's why I was so afraid to retire, and I just finally retired because I had health problems. That's why I got so big, and I was like, man, it took me too long to fix it. Then COVID happened, so I was like, oh, now I'm just retired.
Who do you think? We got a few more minutes left, and I want to ask you 2 more questions. First of all, I want to say thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And congrats on your amazing career and everything you've done. I know a lot of the guys down here, like I said, Robert Emerson. I've talked to those guys, Corey DePass about you, Rampage. Everybody's talked about you. Who do you think has the best judo in the UFC right now?
There's no judo in UFC.
You don't see it
Kara was the greatest in judo
of all time.
all time. Even the Japanese judokas,
Yeah.
they were Olympians. But in the cage, no one like Kara.
What made him so special?
His style. His style was very, very unique. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the weakest. But he was. His body moved very different. Very different.
And who do you think is one of your favorite fighters? Top 3 favorite fighters of all time?
Who is the
for
greatest?
you. Yeah, for you.
I mean, John Jones is my favorite fighter, to be honest.
Yeah.
People, when they talk about, I'm not trying to put anything away from Khabib and all this and that, or, I mean, St. Pierre's up there too. But when you put John Jones, who he beat, bro, you can't argue. I'm sorry, but you can't argue. You can't argue. The guys that he finished, he was one, I mean, no one thought he was going to finish this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so smart that he's not going to stand out with this guy.
Yeah.
He's so technical. He's so calculated. Like, yes, Rampage has a crazy hands. I'm not going to stand with him.
Yeah.
But what he did to every Shogun.
Will we ever
look.
see another John Jones?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like a fighter like John Jones?
Someone who could do what he did?
Yeah, would you?
Who can beat John Jones?
No, somebody a fight like John Jones is one of the greats. Will we ever see another MMA fighter that's on the same level as John Jones after he retired? You think there'll be will we ever see another
Undefeated
Bruce
fighter,
Lee?
yeah.
Will we ever see another John Jones?
Another MMA fighter in the UFC that's undefeated and just can beat everybody. Because right now we have a lot of undefeated fighters.
Probably.
I'm gonna tell you.
Islam, probably.
Islam. I'm gonna tell you this. Man, this fighter is not in the UFC yet, but AJ McKee, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
No, man.
When is he coming to the UFC?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's political. I don't know.
AJ McKee is special too.
He's special, yeah.
He's
AJ
amazing
McKee,
fighter.
oh my God.
And he was on a tear in Bellator.
Yeah.
So is he gonna
Who did he lose
eventually
to?
come over?
Well, he lost once to one of the pit bulls. I think that was like a bad decision. Then he took a fight injured and he lost to this one other tough guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but the kid was tough.
Oh yeah.
And I guess AJ thought because he thought he could beat. I've done it before. I took fight injured. I thought I could beat the guy.
Yeah. And we always end the podcast with this question. If you could have 3 fighters, past, present, or future in the UFC in your corner in a street fight, who are the 3 fighters you choose?
John Jones. Including now? Or
anybody.
Yeah.
John Jones. John Jones.
It'd be just like
Topuria. I'm probably Islam.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Islam is special too.
Yeah.
Very
we just
special.
saw him beat JDM. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet talks how the internet wants to talk, but they don't understand these are martial artists. They got to do whatever it takes to win.
Last one, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Islam and Topuria at 170.
Why?
Islam is too big, bro. Islam is too big. I want to see that fight either catch weight at 160 if he can make 55, but not 170.
Oh, that's a
Why
good
you think it's gonna be too big for Topuria?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. But I still believe he can knock him out, though.
Wow.
Well, Islam can knock out Topuria?
No.
Topuria knock him out, yeah. Topuria, he just got dynamite in his hands.
He does.
So you think if they fight Islam, you think Ilya has a good chance of knocking him out?
Yeah.
How do you think Islam's hands are? You like his hands?
I like more his kicks.
Yeah. He's
Kicks-
obviously been working on him.
Yeah, kicks better, but not Topuria.
He was chopping down JDM's calf. You could see his leg was hurting.
I'm gonna tell you this:
Yeah.
if Islam would have fought JDM like a little bit different, like made him worried about his takedowns,
Yeah.
and then because his stand up was actually really good, right? His hands was looking good, but if he took him down a little bit, rough him up on the ground a little bit, and then just kind of let JDM think he got up on his own, and then make him worry about his takedown, he could have picked him apart with his hands,
Probably.
and that would have been more of an exciting fight.
He's got good hands, too.
Yeah.
Islam got good hands.
Yeah.
And he's southpaw.
Yeah.
Difficult to deal with.
Yeah. The way his stance is amazing too, because now that he's mixing a lot of kicks in,
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw him chop down JDM's legs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he looked good. His stand up looked good.
Yeah.
I just bear mad at me because I thought it was a boring fight for a fan to watch.
Yeah.
Not
agree.
you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Just like how Hamza.
Yeah, I think
People think it's not. I mean, if you can punch.
yeah.
It's MMA fight, right?
Yeah, it's the thing to me though that the reason why I always say it on the podcast, Bobby Green got mad at me is because I watched Hamzat's entire camp here. He did it here.
And that's why you glaze him so much?
And I glaze him because because his technique and the training camp, it's not like he went there and they were practicing everything and then he went there and he just was like, oh, I just got to wrestle this guy. It's like, no, their technique, their game plan, their strategy was to go in there and be dominant and show dominance and make sure that, Dricus couldn't do anything.
At the end of the day,
it's like,
it's a belt on the line, and,
Yeah.
and you want to get that belt. You want to get that
100%.
win. Like, we can't make that decision for somebody when they're in there. Like I'm not
their
taking no
strategy.
chances.
How many people hated him when he knocked out Chuck?
We just talked about it.
just talked about that today.
Half of the world.
I didn't even know
Half of
this
the
till
world.
today.
You
Wow,
didn't
that's
know?
crazy.
Yeah,
Half of the
We
world.
just talked about that today. With
my house got egged. Somebody egged my house.
I'm sure.
And that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna get mad at guys like Hamzat or get mad at guys like Islam because, dude, Hamzat put out a great tweet, something about the wolf and the eagle come together to defend the mountains. Not always do they get along, but they come together to defend the mountains. Like, these guys are the best wrestlers in the world. They're gonna do whatever it takes. It's mixed martial arts. Then you figure out. The internet should be saying, okay, well, these guys should figure out better strategies then to avoid that or get better at wrestling because it's mixed martial arts. You use the best martial art that helps you win. Like they never spin it the other way. I get we want exciting fights, but it's got to go both ways.
All I'm saying is, as a fan watching that, like it was boring for the fan because I was falling asleep, but I keep late hours. But as a former champion, an MMA fighter, I understood exactly. Well, what I'm saying, why he fought the way he fought. You can't take no chances. You trying to make your legacy it's for the belt.
Of course.
You don't want to take no
100%. 100%, brother.
Listen, I want to say thank you for coming on the pod.
Thank you.
Chopping up on some old stories, chopping up on the history of what happened and where it went and how you came to be who you are. And it's cool. I think it's good for the fans to hear from all the different types of fighters, all the different genres, the eras. And we are talking about different things about like Chuck Liddell today. So for you to have that, it's cool for the fans to hear that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yep. World schools.
And I appreciate it. Guys, make sure if you want to see the behind the scenes or ask questions or see who the next guest is going to be, all the exclusives are in the Jaxxon Podcast Discord. Appreciate you guys watching and tune in for the next show. We're out.
Thank you.